Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to my craft room. I am Pam Savage, owner of Young at Heart Creations, and I am painting Christmas this week. Well, probably from now on. I might do a pumpkin in between here and there. I'm not sure. This is what I'm working on now. I've got some base coating done. I've actually got 3 of these going, but I thought I would paint one with you. I think I did one last year or maybe a year before with you, but they sold so fast and well, I thought I would do a few more. And these are just mason jars from Hobby Lobby that I got a couple of years ago. And so I've got a Santa hat on here, and then we're going to put a word up here. And I've just base coated the reds, pretty much done. I've just got to do some shading on it, but I've got the white done in a light gray, and then we're going to go over it now in white. So let me get you pulled up over here. Say hello when you come on. Make sure we can see comments. It's a busy, busy week around here. We've got our Ladies' Day at church this Saturday, so we've got a lot of preparations that we're doing for that, and I knew I would be very busy Thursday, so I thought I'd go ahead and go live today and see if we can get some things done on here. I see a little spot that I missed, but I'll go over that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our white on. Let me bring you down. What are y'all doing today? Are you working? Or are you just relaxing? Whoops, didn't mean to throw the paintbrush at you. We had our grandson, our smallest grandson, youngest one, he's 2, all weekend, Friday through yesterday evening. So we have just had so much fun with him. He's just so much fun. And then our next to the youngest grandson came over to play with him a little bit while he was here. And so we got to see them, his mom and dad, and his sister. We just had the best time. But I slept in a little bit. I slept till 8:30 this morning trying to recoup. Definitely not as young as I used to be. But we just adore our grandchildren and are so blessed that they're all close enough that we get to see them, not as often as we would like, but we get to see them pretty often. I mean, you can never see too much of your grandchildren. So we've got Jack, our youngest one, made, he tipped the scale. It was 3 boys, 3 girls, and now it's 4 boys, 3 girls. So he put the boys in the lead. And he doesn't even know it yet. He turned 2 in June, and he's had a little bit of a speech delay. Just wasn't ready to start talking. Decided he was going to do it on his timetable. Anyway, so he has just started in the last couple of months talking, and he just, a couple of weeks ago, he's been saying daddy forever and a few other little words, but he had never said mama until 2 weeks ago. She was beside herself. And then this weekend, he's up to like 200 words now. Once he finally just figured out, okay, I can talk, or I want to talk. He's just repeating and mocking everything. And he said Grammy and Papaw this week. That's what all the kiddos call us, Grammy and Papaw. So that just absolutely made our weekend. You would always ask him, where's Grammy or where's Papaw? And he would look at us and acknowledge, that was us, but he's never actually said our names. So he did this weekend. Let me tell you, we were happy. Well, let's see. There we go. No, Peggy, I just got started. Just started. I already had most of this done. These are just things I had on the table I'm working on, trying to get them finished. So I thought I would do a little bit with y'all on here. I don't know if I'll have time to finish it, but we can sure see what we get done. Mr. Pam's out working at my mom's house, which is just about 5 minutes from us. He's staining their fence today. I told him I was going to go live, but he may forget and barrel in here for lunch. Okay, so I put a light coat of gray underneath this white because it was on this dark blue. And I've got, this is deep, what is it? Deep Midnight Blue. This is all deco art, deep Midnight Blue. And then I had shade of gray underneath this red, and it's Tuscan red. I really like the Tuscan red for Christmassy items. I use Tuscan red a lot on my Santas. It covers really well. I've got gray under it, which makes it a little bit of a deeper red when it dries. If you want a brighter red, you could put a coral, a coral base under it. Well, it's confirmed our hummingbirds have migrated. They're gone. I left them out just a few more days to make sure, but we haven't had any at all. I really miss them when they're gone. Love watching our hummingbirds. But we've got tons of other kind of birds out here at our new place, which I was concerned about. Out in the country, we had a lot. But we've had several that I've never had before, so that's been exciting for me. I love my bird watching. Okay, I'm just smoothing it out. And it'll take probably 3 coats of this white to get it as bright as I want it. Hi, Ashlyn. We have a big hurricane making landfall Tuesday night. Early Wednesday. I am so over this. Oh, Peggy, remind me where you are. Are you in Florida? Where are you? I can't remember. We've been watching the news and Facebook posts. Just cannot believe the devastation. And then to get them back to back. Over a little bit. There we go. My daughter, you know, is living in California now. And they had a pretty significant, I guess it's been about 3 weeks ago, earthquake where she is, and they had to take cover, and she's a school nurse for 3 different schools. Anyway, they had to take precautions, and she said that's the biggest one she's ever felt, and said it was the strangest feeling. And there's just not a whole lot you can do to hide from an earthquake. So Peggy, are you going to wait it out, or are you going to go somewhere close to Jacksonville? Okay. Got a little bit too much on my brush there, so I have to get some off down on this part. Have you stocked up on water and candles and all that good stuff? I'm sure the shelves are pretty bare. it's one thing to be an adult and go through, you know, terrible storms and hurricanes. I just can't imagine a child not knowing what's going on, and babies when you can't get out to get formula and stuff. You know, how do you deal with that? You're elderly that's on oxygen and stuff. But I mean, most of them, you know, they'll know what's going on. But I just thought of children and animals. They have no clue what's happening, and just, my heart just breaks. Craft show that I'm in, that I participate in each year, is on November the 9th. It's at the Howe High School in Howe, Texas. Just about 10 minutes from us. It's where we go to church. And I'm just really anxious to see how things sell because of the economy, the way it is. I know people are just really having to budget right now, so I'm a little nervous about how things are going to sell or not sell. Peggy, you've been doing a lot of craft shows. Are sales about the same what they were last year, or are they up or down, or how has your luck been so far? Fill up your garden tub just to be able to, whoops, hang on, I hit something. Be able to flush it. Oh, that's awful. I'll sure be praying. Put your paints in a safe, your paint brushes. I'll never forget, a few years ago, we went through a tornado. And I'm grabbing my purse with this is at the old house. And I'm grabbing my purse, my phone, making sure I've got my license and, you know, checkbook, debit cards, all that stuff. And here comes Mr. Pam running in from the kitchen. There was one piece of chicken left from supper, and so he's got the plate of chicken. I looked at him and I said, really? I'm here trying to get all the important things we may need, and you're making sure that you don't miss out on that last piece of chicken? He said, well, you know how to cook chicken, and I didn't want it to just fly away. So we're laughing at the bottom of the stairs because I'm thinking sensibly. And he's in there making sure the last piece of chicken is safe. Okay, I'm going to dry it and put one more coat of the white, and I think that should do it. And we've got to paint our word. See if I can fix this a little bit. Looks like it's crooked. Every Saturday they're pretty much the same. The big seller this year has been your attachment signs. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So you got food. We have not had much weather here. It's just been hot and dry. It was cooler today. Got down in the lower 50s last night. So it's right now pleasant out there. But it's been all last week. It was in the upper 90s. We're still mowing. I just got another possible paint party that some girls are wanting to do. And I don't think I'm going to book any more after that one this year because we'll be definitely into the holiday mode. I think that's enough on that one. Let's get one more good coat on this one. I am a Santa collector. I love anything Santa. My mom leaves her Santas. She's got a curio cabinet full of Santas and she leaves them out all year long. So I guess I got it from her. This mason jar is about 15 inches tall. So that's a pretty good size. I've done so many different things on these. Snowmen, sunflowers, buffalo plaid. I've had 2 or 3 paint parties with them. I hear that pink is the color for pumpkins this year. I have not done a pink pumpkin. I just don't do a lot of fall items because the craft show I do is in November and everybody's kind of already thinking towards Christmas, so I don't really sell a lot of fall items. Okay, good enough on that. Okay, I'm going to set that aside just a minute and let it dry. And I'll move you over here. And I'm going to do this word believe. I've just got a little pouncer. I don't know where I got these. I think at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. I'm just going to load it on and then kind of offload it. And I got the words believe. I'm pouncing and then just kind of smoothing it out. I like this pouncer better than using one of the regular just sponge pouncers because with these, it kind of gets over on the side, you know, on the edge. So I'm hoping that this one will do a little better about that. And it is doing much better. I saw somebody on Facebook, I think it was Living 31 Design. She has a finger one that has the same kind of tip on it. And she said it really has helped with the getting it on the side issue. And this is doing much better. I'm going to do 2 coats on it. Secret is just not to overload it on paint. So I'm doing 3 of these. I'll finish this one on, I don't know if I'll get it finished, but do this one with you today, and then I'll finish my other 2 off camera. I had to do 2 videos for Tamara Bennett with Southern Adornments Decor for her membership. We do different, she has different techniques in the membership monthly. And so I did a video, 2 videos for her. And then trying to get this stuff painted, and had Jack all weekend. So, and then now trying to get ready for the ladies' day. So busy, busy, busy. All right, I'm gonna dry that and put just one more little coat on it. It makes it so nice when you put it on this tape that holds it in place rather than having to hold it in your fingers. So I'm dabbing it on, and then I'm just smoothing it out like a brush. But if you want a little bit of texture, you just dab it on and leave it that texture. So much faster than trying to hold it in your hand and paint it. So if anybody's local, we would love to have you at the Ladies' Day this coming Saturday at 9 o'clock at the Howe Church of Christ in Howe, Texas. We got to get our tables decorated, and I've got to go pick the speaker up Saturday morning. Okay, I'm just going to drop that in there. That's done. We'll let that dry. I got, I'm going to look at this and see if I think it needs one more coat. I can see a little bit of blue through there. So I've got all this out on the plate. I'm going to go ahead and put one more coat on it. And I think it may just be playing tricks on my eyes because of that dark blue and the way the light's shining. It's probably fine. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, we're good there. Well, that's drying. I'm going to touch up a little of that gray where I'd splattered some white on it. This is Gray Sky. Okay, and I got way too much white out on my plate, so I'm going to scoop it back in right quick. Hate wasting that much paint. And that's half a project there. I am up to 1,853 followers. Almost so close to that 2,000. So close I can just taste it. That means I'm just 40 something away from giving out some some Happy Mail. I'm doing a Happy Mail drawing. Every time I get to a new 100, I do a Happy Mail drawing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dry this white just so I don't run my arm through it. Hi, Lori. We sold the Ginger, Lazy Susan, and the Snowman hat this weekend. Oh, yay! Well, I had some pieces I could sell, but I told them I just couldn't sell anything right now, not until after the craft show, because I'm so far behind with us moving and everything. I don't have half the stock that I normally take to the craft show. So I cannot sell anything until after the craft show. Whatever I have left after the craft show, you are welcome to purchase. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, the lid, the jar lid, and I'm going to use zinc. So that's the contrast with that slate gray, or gray sky, I'm sorry, gray sky, and then zinc is a good dark gray to put over that. So I'm going to use that to do some shading on this lid. And I'm going to use an angle brush. And I'm just going to take a little flat brush to get some moisture on it. Make sure I'm in camera there. So I'm just getting this flat brush a little damp. And then I'm going to use this angle brush. And this one is a number 6. I have no idea what brand it is. It says Keep Smiling, so I'm assuming that's the brand. Got them off of Amazon. And these will just represent the little creases in the jar ridges. Now this board is a little rough. It's that, I don't know what call it, balsa wood. I don't know how to say it. But it's sometimes after you get some paint on it, it gets a little rough, but not too much that I wouldn't purchase it. Okay, and now I'm going to go right along this line here. So where it curves, this light's drying it out fast in here today. And I'm just putting that on the tip of my brush. Oops, didn't mean to put it there. Okay, and then we'll go up around the edge a little bit. Okay, I've got this one. And we'll do it along the top as well. so just kind of marked where I want it. And now I'm going to go back over and darken it up a little bit. And put a little bit on the edge. And then I'll put some white highlights on it to darken that up a little. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. It looks like I just got white on. Some of that blue. Must have it on my arm somewhere. Yes, I do. Okay, now let's go along the top. Again, I'm just adding a little bit of water. Hi, Miss Jan. Yay, I'm glad you're coming. Thank you for watching. Now on your on the red, what color do you typically shade red with? So try that. Okay, good enough on that. Dark burgundy or black. Jan will be in the same booth that we're always in, so definitely stop by. Okay, so I think that's okay. All right, so I'm going to use, I really like doing the red, and I'll sometimes use a dark burgundy, but today I'm going to use soft black. Let me see if I've got, I don't have my black out, but it's lighter than the regular black, the lamp black. It's just a softer black. It's not gray. It's kind of in between a gray and a black. Okay, so I'm going to do this area. It's got a little wrinkle in it there. And it almost looks, it's got a little bit of burgundy color in it, but I really do like it. Okay, so let's come and then just swoop it up. Okay, and I'm going to go right in behind the snowball part of his hat, the tassel. just around each little hump. Now this board is really extra rough, and it's a little bit challenging. Okay, so let's go up the side of the hat. Okay, I'm going to show you down here. That's without. I just received a message that the video was interrupted. The broadcast has been paused. Okay, looks like I lost y'all for a minute there. Okay, so here is on the hat and down at the bottom without shading. And then here is with some shading. So definitely sets it apart. And that may be a little hard for y'all to see on camera, but it really makes a difference. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, is everybody back with me? It told me that I lost the video there for a minute. So let me know if you're still with me, if you can hear. Okay, great. Thanks, Peggy. Okay, it's a little bit hard for me to see with that light glare on there, but looks like it's going on okay. And I've got a little bit of cleanup to do with that midnight blue. I was trying to get as much as I could done Saturday while Jack was taking a nap. So I was rushing through. I didn't get to go through and do some cleanup before I started some of the other details, but we'll get it done. Okay, now let's go behind the white fur here. And my plan is to do snowflakes and then put this word up above it here. I want a wooden snowflake in the center there. And I'm sure I'll have to touch up a little bit of this white going in behind it like this. Maybe not. Just depends on how steady my hand is for the day. So far, my potato vine bucket, my sewing stand that has the big bucket on it, that I've posted pictures of it before, how crazy it was growing. It's still just growing like crazy. Now, a couple of my flower baskets, after the last little cool spell that we had, have started kind of withering away. Still have a few blooms on them, but I can tell they're about done for the season. They're just annuals. Okay, do any of you grow the the purple heart wandering Jew out in your flower beds outdoors? I'm wondering if they're supposed to be cut back for the winter. I've got some out in the flower bed. I'm gonna plant it around our front tree next year. But I was just wondering, I didn't know if you're supposed to cut it back or if you just leave it. I've always had it in planters, but I never grew it from year to year. Okay, last side on the hat. And then I feel like we need to go around the white part in that light gray. I'm not sure if I want to go over the white or just leave it white like that. Okay, before the white dries completely that I was cleaning up, I'm going to get some into some little highlights up here. Let's see. Okay, so there's what we've got so far. Okay, would you leave it like it is with the white, or would you shade it in gray? Hi, Vicki. Hi, Sharon. I like the bright white. What would y'all do? Hi, Dixie. I just like how bright it is. And if I do it in gray, well, let's just do a little area in the gray, and let's see what it does. Do you know what? I might put, no, I'm not. I started saying I might put diamond dust on it, but I don't think I want it that much detail on it because I'm not charging a bunch for these. Okay, this is that gray sky. Now it does define the little fluffy parts. It's just barely there. Okay. All right, I need y'all's opinion. Everybody vote. Leave it without any shading in the little puffy parts or with some shading. So here's the shading. So tell me what you think. I'm going to go ahead and put some glitter on the Believe and on the snowflake. Okay, no shading. So this is Twinkles, Deco Art Twinkles glitter, and I'm just going to put some of it on our word. I grabbed the wrong brush. I did not need to grab this one. This is my shading brush. I don't like to use them for anything else but shading. But we will just go ahead and finish since I started with it. Gives it a little pizzazz. And I want to do the snowflake also. Again, you could do this with diamond dust if you wanted, but I think this will be a little bit faster. I know it'll be less mess. Okay, then I'm going to put some on this snowflake. And while those are drying, we'll do some snowflakes. Okay, I want to wash that one out really well. Don't want any glitter stuck in it. Without, but looks fine with. No shading, just white. Okay. My comments weren't coming up, so I wasn't seeing what y'all were saying. So let's go ahead and put some white back over that because it looks like the voting is for no shading. Pull you back over here. And it'll take me a few coats to get that covered up. Keep thinking I hear a vehicle out there that it's Mr. Pam. Okay, let's dry that and put another coat. One of my big things when Jack or any of the grandkids come to stay with us is I make sure that they leave with everything they came with. It's an ongoing competition. My older ones are like, yes, I've gone through everything. I got everything, Grammy. I did not leave anything. Well, they always leave something. I always find something. And every time it's like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm not going to leave a thing. You're not going to find anything. So far, none of them have been able to do it. They always leave something. Well, I counted the little Matchbox cars that Jack came with. He had 19 little cars. So I was determined that he was going to leave with 19 little cars. Well, I found 17 of them. I've looked under the couch, under the TV, in between the cushions. 2 little cars have escaped somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. But they'll turn up when I least expect it. Probably when I'm decorating for Christmas. When I'm taking things down, moving things. Because I always do a spring cleaning, I guess you would say. At Thanksgiving and Christmas, I clean like crazy under everything. And then in the spring, again. And then usually one more time in the summer, I pull stuff out and couches and chairs and things like that. And clean really well behind them and under them. So that's probably when they're going to show up. Or, I can't remember what it was they left one time. Or we couldn't find one time, one of the little ones. I found it in the refrigerator. It was a toy. And they had put it in the refrigerator. So they will turn up somewhere. Okay, I think that's going to get it. Okay, so our word believe, it's not dry yet, it's going to go right here. But I think I'm still going to go ahead and put some little snowflakes maybe like behind it. See if I can get some of that dry. And then I've got the little red checkered gingham ribbon that I'm going to use. It had the little jute in it, but I'm going to use the red gingham ribbon for the holder. Now, I did have some little bitty words that said believe, and on the last ones I put believe here. Or down here, I think I did it in a different color. But these are a little bit bigger, and I don't want it to just go across the hat and cover the hat, so I think I'm going to put it up here. But let's get liner brush. And I could also, nope, not going to splatter it. Let me decide which liner brush I want to use. Okay, I'm going to use this Master's Touch #1 liner. See if I like it. I usually use the longer one. But we'll see. What do we get here? So T and X. And then we'll put our little dots on them. I got all the snowman circles done. base coated and the pattern drawn on for the paint party I have in a week and a half. So I'm ahead of the game on that one. I've got a spring online course that I'm planning and a technique online course that I'm planning for y'all. Not sure what the dates of them will be yet. And it may be in January before we do it, or at least after the first of the year. I'm going to go ahead and put one right here. Let's put one right here. I just want a few showing behind the word. My 9-year-old grandson was asking me the other day if I believed in Santa, and I said I do in my heart. I said I think as long as you believe in him as your how did I put it? I don't remember. I didn't say yes there is one, but I said as long as you want to believe that there's one, then you have your Santa in your mind. Okay, I think let's do one right here. Just because we can. And then I'll probably cover this and maybe splatter a little bit, but let's go ahead and put some dots on them. And then his little snowflake there is going to look so pretty too. Okay, before I do that though, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the word on. Nope, we need to do the dots first. Just having to plan that out. Okay, let's get our daughter. Thanks, Roxy, for hopping on. Catch you on the replay. I think these dots just make such a difference. I'm not making them too thick where they're going to be right behind that word, because I'm going to have to glue the word on. But I want it to still have some dots. So we'll have to let this dry really good before I put the word on. I've got someone wanting to do a paint party with that Christmas truck that I posted, but they're beginner painters, and I'm afraid that it would be that it would take a while because they have to paint their lettering. And there's a lot of shading on it. So I haven't decided yet if we're going to do it with the beginner class. That air conditioner's loud. I don't know if y'all can hear it when it comes on, but I can sure hear it. We're right. It's in the ceiling, but it's outside. This door is where the unit is, so that's why it's so loud. Still trying to figure out a date to work our garage sale in with everything we have going on before it turns too cold and bad weather. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Next Sunday, we have our church picnic. We have an annual picnic every year where we, after worship services, go eat at the park that is now just right across the street from us. So that's going to be nice. One other thing I need to do some highlights on the hat. So I should have really done those before I did these dots. I just forgot about it. Okay, one more. And I got a little bit of splatter there, but super easy to touch up with some of that deep midnight blue. Looking cute. Okay, I think I am going to do a little bit of splatter on it. So I'm going to cover the hat though, I think. Let me see what I've got here to cover the hat with. I don't want to get in those dots. Okay, I better let the dots dry before I do that. I'm going to get myself in trouble here. All right, I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting on the hat itself. But this will just kind of show you what it's going to look like. I don't want to get down on those dots. And then it'll have snowflake there. And I believe, and then have the red checkered ribbon up here. So there we go. And I'll post a picture of it so that you can see them. I won't cover the hat. I'll have it kind of coming up on the lid here. I'll get it situated. But again, I've got 3 of them going. So as soon as I get the last one done, I'll have 3 of them done, and that'll be another thing off my checklist for the craft show. Let's pull you back up here. Oh, there we go. All right, let me see if I can hold it up a little bit. It's not going to have the word or anything on it, but you can kind of get an idea of what size it is. Don't want these dots going everywhere, but it's a pretty good size. And I think it'll be so cute once we get the word and everything on it. You can't see the sparkle. I doubt if you can. It's not completely dry. Yeah, you can see a little bit there. Anyway, so it's pretty sparkly on the word and on the snowflake that's going to go in the center of his hat. But that's it for today. I don't know if I'll get to hop on here or not. Later on this week, we've got so much going on. But if I have a chance, I sure will. Maybe late at night. I'm not sure. But thanks for joining me today. And as soon as I get this all finished, I will post pictures of them. But that may be Wednesday. Not sure because we're going to be gone keeping Jack tomorrow. So, all right. Thanks so much for hopping on. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.